Hi everybody and welcome back. Another beautiful day. We're actually making a south-west course today, which is good. Anything south is good. I've been battled with no wind and headwinds. This whole region hasn't gone according to plan or to pilot charts or anything, but anyway, that's the way it goes. So just good to be moving. Put on a shirt today because I was starting to get burnt. I don't want to get burnt. Lots of shipping. I'll show you a ship here now. Actually, look at the size of this guy. He's 20 miles away. Look at that. It's like an island. It's like a pizza or something. So anyway, full of the joys of life today. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. I'm in my element. I can't believe it. I know I said it already, and I just still can't believe I'm actually sailing around the world, and I got Waxwing ready, and that everything is up and running and just going so well. You know, I'm over the moon. It took me a while to get used to the heat. I'm used to it. I cover up better. I was wearing Irish t-shirts which are a bit heavier, a bit cottony, and you're better off with light. Anyway, you know that yourselves. But it just takes a while to figure out certain things when we live in cold climates. But I love not having to get on shoes and socks, and you just get up in the morning, you get try on a t-shirt and a pair of shorts. It's fantastic. So happy days. So I don't know what's next in the agenda, but sailing well today anyway. Just in. I just put 2 reefs in the main. It's up to 18 knots, and we're doing 5 or 6. So that's 22, 23. Yeah. So the funny thing is, even with 2 reefs in the main and a good few rolls in the Genoa, my speed increased. I'm doing 5.5. I was doing. Oh yeah, no, I'm doing about the same, I suppose, but it's amazing. You think you're going faster because you're heeling over, but you're not. So it's a bit more comfortable now. I'm going to push on in this course for another, maybe until tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to see what the forecast is doing, but it's just good to be moving again, even though it's a headwind and we're beaten. I thought I'd be running down along this coast, but anyway, or not out here, but I thought I'd be running down the Portuguese coast or the Spanish coast. But anyway, that's sailing for you. But anyway, reef in, so that's the start. Anyway, time for tea, time for food. It's funny how you get to read the skies over the years, but I don't like that. That's what's coming to hit us pretty soon. So I'm gonna put a reef in the main. I guarantee you that's a good bit of wind. It's beautiful, isn't it? So here's an update. I suppose I thought I wouldn't have to make. Had a serious rudder problem, failure today. I don't know if you're watching my tracker, you saw I stopped anyway and I hove to. But first of all, I noticed the boat wasn't holding course. I just oiled the Aries, so that was working fine. I noticed that the Aries was moving over and back. The Aries is 100%. The Aries is perfect. I had play in my wheel. Sorry. My wheel was moving port to starboard but not turning. The two fucking things that I had dreaded was my rudder and my mast. I hove to. Sorry for cursing. I'm upset. I hove to, and I tried to get in under the whole mechanism is under the cockpit floor. You have to go in through the lazarette and in underneath, and there's a board that has to come out. It was too rough. I couldn't do it. The wind was westerly at the time, so it had just gone west. So I let the boat run with the wind and balanced the sails well, and she ran that way. Then I put on my auto helm to see if that would work, and that wouldn't come on. That said no rudder position. So I presume the rudder I got two big waves today, two big bangs. One when I was in bed, and that happens. I got that in Biscay as well. So whether the rudder got strained and a linkage popped, if the linkage popped off, it would only go one way or the other. It's not the bearings or the rudder stop, they're new. I know that's fine. So it's now 10 o'clock at night. I've just got the boat. I had to get the way out of the way of a big ship by running north. You'll see it on the screen and on the tracker. So the only thing I could do was run north to get out of his way, and he kept following me up along. As I went up, he kept coming up. Nightmare of a day, nightmare of an afternoon. Anyway, it's not bad. I'm 200 miles off the coast. I've loads of water, I've loads of room. I might even get this sorted tomorrow. I got the auto helm working again by fiddling around with the rudder sensor. That little arm that shows you where the rudder position. It's a Raymarine. It's a perfect Raymarine hydraulic ram. So I don't know what's happening now. I looked at the southwest corner of Portugal, right in under the tip. There's a bay I could anchor. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to pull into a marina. If I pull into a marina, that's it. It's over. I'm fucked. It's no longer solo non-stop. I'm gutted. I'm just completely shattered. I don't know what else to say. I was crying all afternoon, and that's not going to help anyway. But I just got upset. The work and preparation I put into this, and all my friends and family, strangers. Anyway, I just can't even allow myself to think of all that right now. So I suppose the next thing to do is just get through the night. She's holding her course, which is good. I've balanced the sails well, and we were on a run, and she was going good. I brought her around slightly, and she's going fine. I'm heading east. So anyway, no one's going to see this until a day or two anyway. So there's no way I'm going to ring in someone now at 10 o'clock at night to tell them I'm having steering troubles. Everything is safe. Everything is perfect. Everything is good. Even if I had to hove to again for the night, that's fine. Put on the AIS alarm and just take 20-minute naps. So everything is safe. Everything is fine. I'm not in any imminent danger or anything like that. But my head is just shattered. It's just completely bamboozled. You know. Anyway. I suppose I'm talking to myself more than talking to the camera, which is kind of good for me, I think. I didn't smoke a fag in 6 years. Jesus, I'd smoke one now if I had one. Maybe I wouldn't, I don't know. Anyway, so 260 or 70 miles offshore, so I don't know what to do. I don't know what. I suppose I can't say any more until I get until I get in under the cockpit floor. And the only way to do that is find a nice sheltered bay, anchor, and if I fix it, I don't know, I'll see what the problem is. If I can fix it and shoot on to the Canaries. I mean, there's no way I could have continued on today against headwinds. I was battling already for the last week against headwinds. There were 22, 24 knots today, headwinds. There's no way I could have gone on. It would have been irresponsible. Would have been dangerous and irresponsible to try keep going to the Canaries. There's not a whole lot on North African coast where I could have stopped, that I know of anyway. So Portugal. Okay, night for now. What a day. On top of everything else, Iridium Go has stopped working, so I told my wife Kathy that before anybody knows anything, before anything happens, I'd be 100% honest with her and tell her what's going on, and I can't even contact her. So normally when I take the battery, it's a trick for anyone that has one of these, if you take the battery out and put it back in, I don't know if it's good for it or not. It's what I do. I've had to do it twice. If somebody sends me a big mail, it reboots the whole thing. So anyway, I want to contact Kathy this morning and tell her what's going on. And she's probably seen my course over the night I'm heading for southwest tip of Portugal. I don't know what it's called. I haven't had time to. I've been up all night. I got a few cat naps. Coffee and biscuits. So I'm a day or two away from there anyway. Can you hear the clunk? Listen. It's probably not loud enough to be picked up on that, but it's the rudder outside. Don't. It makes my stomach sick every time I hear it. Don't. Anyway. Monday morning. Just off the phone with my wife. God bless her, she's brilliant. I was quite upset. Still am. And anyway, she made it sound better, and I'm just deflated. I feel sick. I just forced myself to eat 2 Weetabix, and I'm going to get a bit of rest, and I just can't believe I figured out more of what the problem is. I got out the manual for the steering system down at the end. Anyway, it's too long to explain. I don't know. Anyway, that's a problem. That's not normal. So there's something wrong. So the logical thing to do, and Kathy just reassured me that I made the right decision to stop. You know, I don't mean stop the journey or stop the dream, but I couldn't actually go on with the broken rudder. So I'm heading for Spain or Portugal. I'm not sure yet which. I don't even know with COVID restrictions what the story is going in the Rachel. My daughter's finding out for me. If I have to go in, I don't know. There's also a reduction gearbox, whatever that is. Well, I know what that is, but something is broken in there. So that's today's update. Monday, the 5th, or the 6th. I'm not sure. So I'm 2 days off the southwestern tip of Portugal. So there's a nice bay there. I saw it there on the chart. I forget what it's called. I could pull in there, anchor, and explore more, but I mean, I've explored it. I actually, because it's kind of calm today, well, it's calmer. That's the irony. You know, I had all these headwinds and light winds, and now that I'm running for Portugal, it's the nicest sail I've had since Biscay. Dreams shattered. I keep saying that, and Kathy says they're not. You know, you might fix it, and I don't know. So anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna try rest if I can. I had a late night, a long night. I was worried. There was quite a lot of shipping. There still is. I was worried that and the AIS stopped for some reason in the middle, but I just turned it off and turned it on. And it came back on. But anyway, Murphy's Law. But I forget what I was going to say now. But I'm going to get some rest. And yeah, I'm about 2 days. 2 days off the coast of Portugal. So that's the update for now. If I hear anything else, or if I figure out anything else, I'll let you know. So here's what I was talking about with the irony of the whole thing. I had the most incredible sail across the Bay of Biscay. Then I just got, I don't know, 3 or 4 days of no wind at all. Nothing. I'd never seen the water like that in my life. Then I got a couple of days of southerly winds, just headwinds. It's still southerly today, actually. It's due south. Well, it's just south-southwest, actually. But so then anyway, as you know, with my steering problem, I'm running east, heading for Spain or Portugal. I haven't decided. Well, I'm going to anchor first and try fix. I don't know what I'm going to do, but anyway, I just came up on deck to get some air and just feel the sun, and I don't know, just I like sailing, so it made me happy to come up here. And it's actually a magnificent sail. It's I don't know, 14, 15 knots of wind on the beam, on the quarter really. So I mean, it couldn't be better sailing. It's just a pity about the whole shitstorm with the wheel. Anyhow, no, there's nothing to say that I won't be able. Like if I go in and anchor somewhere and fix it, I presume that's still yeah, it is. I mean, it's still a solo non-stop sail around the world, isn't it? I mean, if I have to go into a marina, obviously that's I meant to put on a preventer. If I had to go into a marina, okay, that's it, game over. That's not a non-stop, unless I did a non-stop from. I wanted to go from Ireland back to Ireland. Anyway, so this is my sailing today. Isn't it beautiful? It did cheer me up. I was sitting below and I felt sick. I actually had an Alka-Seltzer. I felt so sick. The whole emotion of the whole thing. But anyway, I'm going on and on about it, but it's nice to be up here. And rain over there, look. So anyway, talk to you soon. So another update, I'm just in. I sat up on deck this morning, had a coffee. Today is, and I checked the log. Today is I don't know what to check mine. Today's Tuesday the 7th. 100 miles off the coast of Portugal. I had I woke up feeling much better. That's the good news. I felt so bad yesterday. I'm a very happy person by nature. I'm very lucky like that. I've always been lucky. Try not to cry on the camera yesterday. It was just like, I don't know, I felt stupid, I felt silly, but that's just the way it was, and it was probably obvious that I was visibly upset. I'm still upset, but far better this morning, for lots of different reasons. I lay in bed, I got the boat sailing herself very well. she's an incredible yacht. Waxwing is just, she's limping to port herself. You know, I adore this boat. From the moment I saw her, I adored her. I love her. I actually love this boat. Anyone that doesn't believe that boats have feelings, I don't think understand sailing, or that boats have a life in general. I mean, she creaks and moans, and I'm very comfortable, very at home in this boat. So I suppose I felt I'd let her down, but maybe by taking that wave or whatever it was that happened, I don't know, I can't speculate. But anyway, I got her sailing herself last night, yesterday evening, and like a broad reach especially, even a beam reach or a run, if I get the sails right, if I just get the angles of the sails just right, she'll go. And if I allow the sheet out a little bit, she'll go off to port or starboard, depending on whether I put it in or out. Same with the main. I can get her to round up or to bear off. So that's an incredible design. Fair play to Peter Brett. He designed the rivals. I don't think anyone has ever, I've never heard anyone say a bad word about a rival. So if you're ever thinking of buying a rival, I would recommend one. So I got her sailing her course. Now I hand steered throughout the night, in and out. It's insane here with shipping. I'll take a screenshot of the AIS screen in a while and put it up. But so I hand steered when I had to. If I had to go up and you know, I wouldn't expect Waxwing to sail around the ship. Well, she probably would if I left her. But so anyway, my spirits were much better this morning. I'm sorry I was so upset when I was making those videos yesterday. I think, as I said, I think they were more for me. I think it was something to talk to. Even though I was talking to my wife, Kathy was brilliant. Kathy was super. Kathy's always great and great advice, and you know. Anyway, you know, she told me all the things I needed to hear. I felt, I suppose my biggest thing was that I had let everybody down. Because the help I got was huge. But anyway, I'm not going to think about that because it's just upsetting me again. But when I woke up this morning, I felt great. I said, you know what? I had made 100%, I knew I had made the right decision. She's running away now downwind on a beam reach, a broad reach actually today. And there's no pressure whatsoever on the rudder. The rudder's just lined up, you know, the rudder's just midship. So it's not going to get worse. Had I continued on towards the Canaries, and I got the forecast this morning, it's still semi-headwinds, and it would have been too far. I'd have ended up trying to limp into an African port, or getting a high velocity funnel wind through the Canaries, and then having to get someone maybe to help me or so. Anyway, I know this morning when I woke up that I made the right decision, and the right decision is often the hardest one, and it was a hard one. So then a couple of other things happened. I have text message, and I have email, excuse me, and I have phone. So I just kept getting all these positive messages. Don't forget, when I'm out here, I don't have any internet. I don't have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. I've no clue what's happening. I've no clue what people are saying about me or about the trip, or you know, I don't know. So I started getting these messages in from people I know, obviously if they have my number, you know. You know, we're all behind you, we're all with you. My daughter Rachel gets reports from my Facebook page. She looks after all my social media. There was people offering to fly out and bring parts, bring this, do that, I'll get this. Companies saying that they'll do this and they'll do that. People from all over the world. It was just, I said it in the blog this morning, I was just overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed that I didn't realise that I had that many people following my circumnavigation. So to each and every one of you, I thank you for a simple text message or whatever it was, because it lifted me up. It made me not feel like a failure, or you know, everyone just kept saying things break, and things do break. The two things I had feared the most would be losing my mast. You can jury rig when that happens, or losing your rudder, and you know, I still have an emergency rudder I could bolt on. I don't need to. I can still. I only just have to pressure off the rudder in case it gets worse. I could still go out there now and steer her all day long, if I wanted to. Even the auto helm kicks in and catches. So anyway, it's all good in the hood again today. I'm 100 miles offshore. The only thing that's there is right at the tip of I forget what it's called. The tip of I have it on the chart there somewhere. The tip. Cabo de Vincent, I think, anyway. So I'm going to tuck in under there, get a bit of shelter, drop the anchor, and I'm going to sleep. I haven't slept properly now in 2 days. I'm getting cat naps. That's okay, I've kind of got used to that. But I'm going to drop the anchor and I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to allow my body sleep as long as it wants. I'm going to sleep until I wake. I'm not setting a clock, I'm just going to sleep. Then I'm going to get up, I'm going to tackle this. I won't say the word, it's a curse. I'm going to tackle this steering system. I have a good pair of hands. I've taken this boat apart and rebuilt it. I'm not showing off, but I'm very good at fixing things. I'm good at what I do with my hands. If it's fixable, I'm going to fix it. I'm not giving up on this dream. No way, Jose. Not giving up on this. I've worked too hard. Too many people worked hard. Too many people helped me. People watching this, everyone has helped me. Everybody. So I'm going to give this 1000%. I'm not allowing myself to think what will happen if it can't be repaired at sea. And I do have to go into a marine. If that happens, then I cope with that shit. But first of all, I'm going to strip it all down. Of all the tools, of all the gear, of everything. The only thing I thought of that I didn't bring is a blowtorch, which may be handy if something is bent, but anyway, I'm projecting. So the good news is I'm going to rip it asunder, see what's wrong, see what's missing. In case people are wondering why I can't do that here, I think it would be very dangerous for two reasons. One, if I make it worse, I lose my steering completely. If whatever's broken, I go at it and bodge it, and I break it worse, then it's not good. Excuse me. If I'm in some bay 2 miles from a marina, then it's not a problem. I pay someone to tow me in, worst case scenario. The second reason I don't want to go in crawling around, it's a huge mechanism. I actually have the manual there, but it's a big mechanism with cogs, with they're not quadrants in this system, but they're like there's like two quadrants with a ram in between, and you just do not want your hands or fingers into them when your rudder is moving over and back, obviously. So safety comes first. So I'll go in and I'll find a lovely sheltered place. I'll lock up the rudder midship so it can't be moving, and I'll go down and examine. Now, also in the pedestal of this system, it's a Whitlock system. There's a reduction gearbox, so it could be in there. Worst case scenario, I have a lovely man in Kilrush. It was the last thing Fintan Keating made for me in Kilrush. Was an emergency, just a rudder that just clicks on, and I can steer with the rudder the old-fashioned way. You know, three of my brothers have boats. My eldest brother Jim, my second eldest brother Pat, and my brother John. The three of them have boats with tillers, and I much prefer a wheel, but there is a lot to be said for a tiller. There's a lot less to go wrong. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, but so it's all learning. And anyway, spirits are higher today. I'm getting huge encouragement by text, and I'm sorry I can't reply to everybody's text. I'm reading them all. I've read every single one of them, I swear to God. and they lifted me up and they made me feel good, and everyone said we're behind you and we're with this and that. And like yesterday I was crying. I goes, what will I do with all the super value food? Will I give it to the poor in Portugal? Or, you know, I have to stop thinking like that and focus on get repaired, get back out and follow my dream to sail solo non-stop around the world. And that's what I'm planning on today. That's what I'm doing. So stay tuned, and hopefully there's good news. I'll be in this time tomorrow, which is afternoon. I if the wind holds, the wind is quite kind of light. I have 6-7 knots of wind, and I'm doing 6 knots, well 5 knots. So all good. I know it's an unusual episode, and it's a bit. It's not like me, but anyway, that's just life. Life isn't always smiles and laughing and having the crack, or joke as we say in Ireland. But so that's today's update, and thanks for watching, and thanks again for the millions of support and good wishes. I love it, and I feel the love. I swear to God, I feel the love and support from people I don't even know, and that blows my mind in a brilliant way. Thank you. Fairly busy, so crossing at 90s, should be all good. They're all doing. I checked out all their. I love the overlay on Navionics. It's so handy. You know, I can just touch them and get their speed and their whatever it is they're doing, and so it's you know it definitely takes the stress out across them. First sight of land since Ireland. Didn't expect to see Portugal, but here we go. How I'm awake is beyond me. I don't know. I've been up now, I think, for 3 days. So I'm gonna anchor up and I'd say sleep until tomorrow if I can. So I'm anchored in this little bay, Portimao, I'm not sure how you pronounce it yet, I must look it up. Got a good sleep, slept for a day actually. I don't know, a long sleep anyway, which was badly needed. So going to get cracking on the repairs and diagnostics and see what's the story. As I said earlier, an unusual episode. And as I said, it's life, so that's the way it goes. But so thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe if you can. Another thing is that everyone's asking about my tracker and lots of different questions. All my info is on my website at peterlawlesssolocircumnavigation.com. The links are there to social media, my live tracker, the YouTube channel. Everything is there that you need to know. It's monitored every day by my daughter Rachel on shore. So anything you need is there. All right. Thanks again. Wax Wing out.